Probably have a bit of Seahawks, bro. Because if I don't get the Seahawks, I don't know. I don't know if I can trust fucking Deshaun Watson right now. No, not Ultimate Team. We already got a viewer. Wonder who's up in here. Going for a win streak here.
This is the NFL on EA Sports. And
of course I play the Seahawks first fucking game, bro.
they're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with Russell Wilson and the Seattle Seahawks.
This dude doesn't accept the quit, a friendly quit on the fucking defense.
This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at
Bro.
CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. This crowd, as we've come to expect,
I'm just gonna play this kid.
As loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Seattle Seahawks.
Oh, let's play this. Fuck.
Kicker Jason Myers to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle.
Bro, I hate this fucking game. Hopefully that gave enough time.
This is the NFL on EA
Finally,
Sports, and we are in the
a different
Pacific
person.
Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad came out of the tunnel and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with Dak Prescott and the Dallas Cowboys. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
I'll focus
Give
up
him
on
10 there,
sack.
good enough for a Cowboy first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Check 26, check 26.
On second down, Elliott. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
That's so dumb.
Go out right near the 35-yard line. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Here's Elliott. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Prescott to throw it.
How did he get burned?
This is caught. It's Cooper.
Who burned it? Like, bro, what? What happened there for you to get burned that bad? That makes no sense. Whatever. You're going for it, bro. You serious? Alright.
And now Jason Garrett electing for his guys to try for 2. Prescott to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm just learning how to spell analytics, and I need to get that down because it's going to be a huge part of the NFL game going forward. I think that was the call there, trying to go for 2.
Should've.
Well, opening drive, you not only do you get the 6, but fully seize momentum with the 8, and unfortunately they couldn't do it.
I think they were trying to gain that huge advantage, not just on the scoreboard, but mentally. I just wonder if that backfires a little when they stop you.
Check 55 to right. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
From the 41, Wilson.
Bro, you gotta catch that.
It's incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
Good job right there. Good job right there.
On third down, Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson.
Oh my God.
Incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there.
Lockett, you gotta cut back. That was literally your route to cut back.
I'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Wilson will throw again. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. But I think the ball's out. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down.
14, run it.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this 1st quarter. 6-0 our score after 1. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12.
Bang out. Bam.
Now Wilson.
Bro.
And this one's incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Wilson.
Bro, this dude has fucking stupid ass defense.
Incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And Myers able to knock it through, and they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. So the field goal that cuts the lead in half as they, too, are able to get some points on their initial drive of the game.
Yeah, all in all, a pretty positive response, right, to the points that were scored against them, and they got a little help from their opponent anyway. Missed the conversion, so now they're just 3 back.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And the running lane's non-existent in this 1st half as they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 12, Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
Prescott down. He's going to find Gallup here complete.
This guy's such a fag.
And he finally goes
This dude just
down
runs
the
out
line
routes,
before
bro.
reaching the 21.
Out routes and runs. This dude's a weirdo.
A big play there on the catch and run. 49 yards. Draw play, Elliott. And he still has yet to get on track in this 1st half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing, often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando.
Give me that shit, boy.
Team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Brad McDougal. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
Now what's happening, boy?
No doubt, a very disappointing end to what was a pretty strong opening drive.
They had 3 points in their back pocket. It was there for them. If you don't like what you see, just throw it away. Make sure you get those points on the board. Don't get too greedy. He forced it there. You saw the end result.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. This is Carson. And just not much to be had there. 1 yard out to the 10.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Back deep for the Cowboys, Tavon Austin. Let's take it at around the 40. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get in the field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
A first down carry by Elliott. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And Forbath will put this one through.
I'm okay with that.
The lead will increase to 6 now. It's 9-3. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line.
All right.
Just a 3-yard gain there. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. they need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the third quarter. All they have so far, the field goal from the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Carson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. From the 35 on 2nd down. Wilson, this one into the hands of Metcalf. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 12, 1st down Seahawks. They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson. There he goes, right side. And all the way in.
Touchdown.
Seattle. Chris Carson, 53 yards. As his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Elliott. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Tackle coming from the safety, Trey Flowers. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Prescott. Completes it to Jason Witten. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
There he goes.
Good with that.
Amari Cooper. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. And now Jason Garrett electing for his guys to try for 2. To throw is Prescott. And that is caught for the 2 points. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They run it with Carson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. On second down, Lynch. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll run again with Lynch. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The Seahawks will go for it. It's Wilson. And that is incomplete. Boy,
that is crazy. That is crazy.
In terrific field position.
That is crazy.
On 1st down, Elliott. From here to run.
Stupid ass game.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 36 yards on the play. Here's Prescott. Buying time to his left. And that is
I'm done.
It's Witten for the Cowboy touchdown.